Hello, Truth Seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, when you start to align with spirituality, we start to read books. We start to see people who are offering the references on spirituality, people who are teaching meditation. And we visit them uh, again and again. We add more books on our bookshelves, and we continue reading after you know several years of visits, several years of study on spirituality. We are still failing to be free from our mind. And if you see yourself in this situation, what's missing in your spiritual path? Why am I failing to be free from my mind? The mind that is constantly creating a conflict, creating fear. Why do I have a hard time to end the fear in my life? And the main reason to fail in the spiritual journey is because not able to create an inward journey. Even we create an inward journey, we are not able to, dismantle the mind. Most of the spiritual practice is just adding another layers in the mind as a spiritual credential, as a spiritual exercise. So the act to be free from the mind is becoming the another prison, another layers in the mind. And also, after, getting information on spirituality and reading books, we tend to point fingers at the world, how the world is fucked up, how the people are fucked up. We become judgmental, we become righteous from reading spiritual books, from hanging out with gurus. The whole purpose of meeting guru or reading books is about becoming more inward. It's not about outward, it's not about pointing fingers at the world. The problem is within us as a mind, the mind that is creating conflict and fear. So after reading or visiting the guru, the knowledge has to be used to create an inward journey to dissolve the mind. Notice when you're reading a spiritual book, do you read the book as a reflection, or you read the book to create, to invite credential in your mind and seeing the world, how the world is messy? And the first one is better. When you're reading, when you see something that is triggering, then you have to reflect in your life, to see, what's in your life. What's in your life that is happening, that is making you lose the sense of ease in you. What's happening in your life that is creating a lot of fear. So reading a book is about reflecting in oneself, not, going out and, and judging the world. That is not the purpose of spirituality. That is, the ego trip. We must recognize that, waking up to the truth or spiritual enlightenment is about dissolving the ego. and it's a inward, backward, individual journey. We don't have to touch the world at all to wake up to the truth, to awaken oneself. We have to actually step back from the world, and we have to sit with ourselves and sit with our problems, sit with our fear, and working on our issue is the way to be free. But this is the part is always missing. You know, the sincere work of dismantling is missing. The sincere work of subtracting the mind is missing. We have also heard that in a spiritual realm that no mind is freedom. So this idea is there, and we have sort of created an inward journey. Not all the way back, but just the, scratch on the spiritual journey by inviting a technique. And we focus on that technique. Any meditation technique can make you go from the fluctuated you to more, relax you. It can help you get there. Or from the complex, agitated mind to more calm mind. Any technique can help you get there. And when you see this happening, we continue with the same approach again and again. And notice, you have probably experienced this. When you focus on something as a focal point in your mind, or focal point in the body, you concentrate, and after some point that you experience the no mind. You're focusing on something, but after some times you're focusing, and that focus dissolves. And you're not thinking for a while at that moment. But not thinking and experiencing that no mind is not actually the true freedom. You have just forgot to think your focal point. But when you forget the focal point, remember, suddenly you realize, oh, you're not thinking. Now that itself is a thinking, and you're just back to thinking and back to focusing on that particular layer in your mind. And then you revisit that again. And when you have this experience of no mind, that for a momentary period, now that your next meditation is about going there to no mind. Now that's the goal, and you want to prolong that no mind. And from that, we are actually, conditioning ourselves, and we're numbing ourselves from this practice. Definitely we are, able to sit with ourselves from that practice. We're stepping back away from the world. But that doesn't help us to dissolve the mind at all. It doesn't help us to dissolve the fear from life. When you're sitting in the meditation, it feels like you're doing it. You're being free from the fear, free from the mind. But when your meditation is done, what are you left with? Same issue in life. Same struggle, same conflict within and outside. And especially when you have to be part of the world, people will fluctuate your life. And when the world is fluctuating, the drama is back again, the fear is back again, the conflict is back again. So there's a constant struggle again. So do you see that, control approach doesn't work? Controlling your body and mind, doesn't work to overcome the issue. That could be the, sort of start. Focusing on something is a way to anchor your awareness in you. So you're not fidgeting, you're not moving out, you're not distracted so much, and that is possible from any meditation work. But after that, what's the next part? Is a self-inquiry. It's about dismantling the mind, and this is the part is always missing. This is the true reflective work in the spiritual journey. You're witnessing yourself, you're learning to dismantle the mind, you're tracing back the mind. And when this is missing, how can we be able to succeed in seeing the truth within? How can we awaken ourselves to the truth? No. So this is the one always missing, the self-inquiry. So I invite you to, be part of the self-inquiry, and that's the path. Is about dissolving the ego, and dissolving the ego, it leads to true freedom within. Okay? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope this video makes sense to some extent. I hope you're enjoying the backward work. I know the sound there's a construction happening here. So it's a perfect time I'm closing this video. Anyway, take care for now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.